माता की जय, भारत माता की जय, भारत माता की जय, कलका माता की जय, कलका माता की जय, कलका माता की जय.
Rampage Missile Local Production. India is planning to locally manufacture the Rampage air-to-ground missile system under its Make in India initiative. Originally developed by Israel, the Rampage is known for its long-range precision strike capability and ability to neutralize enemy command posts, air defense systems, and high-value infrastructure. By indigenizing production, India aims to reduce dependency on foreign imports, cut procurement costs, and enhance operational readiness. The integration of these missiles with Indian Air Force fighter jets, including the Su-30 MKI, is expected to provide a significant boost to strike capabilities, especially in high-threat environments. Officials say local manufacturing could begin within the next 2 years.
Mission Sudarshan Chakra, Integrated Air Defense. The Ministry of Defense has launched Mission Sudarshan Chakra, a long-term project aimed at developing an indigenous integrated air and missile defense system. This initiative will bring together radars, surface-to-air missiles, and command-control networks into a single coordinated platform. Analysts believe the project is India's response to evolving aerial threats, including drones, hypersonic weapons, and stealth aircraft. The program emphasizes indigenous technology to ensure strategic autonomy. Defense experts have compared it with international systems like the US Patriot and Israel's Iron Dome, though India's approach will be tailored to its unique geography and threat perceptions from both China and Pakistan.
India-Singapore defense cooperation expands. India and Singapore have agreed to significantly expand their defense and security cooperation. The two nations will explore co-development of emerging technologies such as artificial intelligence, cybersecurity, and maritime surveillance systems. The pact also strengthens joint naval patrols in the Indian Ocean region and training exchanges between their armed forces. The Ministry of External Affairs highlighted that both countries are working on projects to boost shipbuilding and defense industrial collaboration. Defense analysts believe this partnership will serve as a strategic counterbalance to China's growing influence in Southeast Asia while enhancing regional security in critical sea lanes used for global trade.
TKMS VEM OMU for torpedo development. German defense giant TKMS has signed a Memorandum of Understanding with India's VEM Technologies to co-develop and produce heavyweight torpedoes domestically. The deal is part of India's larger push to reduce reliance on foreign imports and build advanced naval weapons indigenously. These torpedoes are expected to be integrated with India's submarines and warships, strengthening undersea warfare capabilities. With growing threats in the Indian Ocean region, naval analysts say the move could improve deterrence against both Chinese and Pakistani submarines. Industry insiders revealed that the agreement will also involve technology transfer and training of Indian engineers.
Progress on theatre commands. India's long-discussed plan to create unified theatre commands has gained fresh momentum. The model will integrate the Army, Navy, and Air Force under geographically defined commands to ensure better joint operations. Defense officials confirmed that initial restructuring will focus on a Western Theatre Command against Pakistan and an Eastern Theatre Command to counter China. The move is expected to optimize resources, reduce duplication, and improve rapid response in multi-domain warfare. Challenges remain, particularly in ironing out differences between the services, but government sources insist the framework will be finalized soon. Experts compare this shift to similar US and Chinese military reforms.
Defense stocks declined despite market rally. On 4 September 2025, India's defense stocks registered a nearly 2% fall even as the broader stock market surged after GST reforms. Analysts attribute the decline to profit booking following recent rallies and uncertainty around upcoming defense procurement timelines. Companies such as Hindustan Aeronautics Limited, Bharat Electronics Limited, and Mazagon Dock witnessed temporary dips. Market observers, however, say fundamentals remain strong given the government's aggressive push for indigenization, record export targets, and upcoming fighter jet and submarine projects. Despite the minor decline, investor confidence in the sector remains intact, with long-term prospects expected to remain bullish.
India-Pakistan Military Balance Analysis. A report in the New Indian Express examined the military balance between India and Pakistan, highlighting key disparities. India's defense budget is nearly 6 times larger, allowing for greater investment in modern equipment, indigenous projects, and advanced platforms such as the Tejas fighter jet, nuclear submarines, and hypersonic missile programs. Pakistan, however, relies heavily on Chinese equipment and faces funding constraints, though its nuclear deterrence and growing drone fleet remain factors of concern. Experts argue that while India has clear superiority in conventional forces, it must stay vigilant as Pakistan often relies on asymmetric warfare tactics. The study stresses the importance of theatre commands and integrated preparedness.
Defense Minister unveils 15-year roadmap. Defense Minister Rajnath Singh unveiled a 15-year roadmap outlining India's future military capabilities. The plan includes nuclear-powered aircraft carriers, hypersonic missiles, unmanned combat aerial vehicles, UCAVs, directed energy weapons such as lasers, and space-based surveillance systems. The roadmap emphasizes Make in India and self-reliance, with strong involvement of DRDO, private industry and startups. Officials stressed that this long-term vision aims to prepare India for next-generation warfare, covering land, air, sea, cyber, and space domains. Industry insiders believe the roadmap could attract billions of dollars in defense investment and firmly position India as a leading global arms producer by 2040.
Record exports by ordnance companies. The corporatized ordnance companies, formed after restructuring the Ordnance Factory Board (OFB), have reported record defense exports worth 3,500 crore rupees in FY 2024-25. This marks the highest ever figure achieved by India's state-owned arms manufacturers. Major exports included ammunition, small arms, artillery components, and protective gear, with key buyers from Southeast Asia, Africa, and the Middle East. Officials attributed the success to improved efficiency, better marketing strategies, and global outreach. The achievement aligns with India's defense export target of 35,000 crore rupees by 2025. Analysts say this reflects growing global confidence in Indian-made products and strengthens the country's defense industrial base.
India-Thailand Exercise Maitri 14. The 14th edition of Exercise Maitri between the Indian Army and the Royal Thai Army began in Meghalaya on 4th September 2025. The bilateral training focuses on counter-terrorism operations in jungle terrain and urban environments. Soldiers from both nations will share best practices, conduct joint drills, and practice real-life combat scenarios using modern weapon systems. Defense officials say the exercise enhances interoperability, trust, and cooperation between the two armies. With Thailand being a key ASEAN partner, the exercise also strengthens India's Act East policy. The 14-day drill will include tactical exercises, firing practice, and joint cultural programs to build camaraderie. BRO restores Arunachal's BCT road. The Border Roads Organization BRO successfully restored the Balipara Chardwar Tawang BCT road in Arunachal Pradesh after massive landslides blocked it earlier this week. The BCT road is a strategic lifeline that connects Assam to Tawang and the line of actual control LAC with China. Restoration work was carried out under difficult weather conditions, ensuring supply routes for both civilians and the military were quickly reopened. Defense analysts highlighted that the BCT road is crucial for troop movement and logistics, especially amid ongoing tensions with China. The BRO's rapid action reaffirms its role as the backbone of India's border infrastructure development.
Naval Chief visits Maritime Heritage Complex. Navy Chief Admiral Dinesh K. Tripathi visited the National Maritime Heritage Complex (NMHC) at Lothal, Gujarat, to review progress on the ambitious project. Once completed, NMHC will be among the world's largest maritime museums, showcasing India's ancient seafaring traditions, naval history, and shipbuilding expertise.
The facility will feature exhibitions, digital galleries, and naval archives, serving as both a cultural and strategic symbol of India's maritime power. The chief emphasized the importance of educating the youth about India's naval legacy, while also inspiring future generations to pursue careers in maritime defense. The project is expected to be completed by 2026.
Bhairav Robotics unveils Rakshak. Indian defense startup Bhairav Robotics has unveiled Rakshak, an AI-powered remote weapon station designed to provide enhanced battlefield awareness and autonomous targeting capabilities. The system integrates computer vision, real-time tracking, and automated fire control, allowing soldiers to operate weapons remotely from safe positions. Officials say Rakshak can be mounted on armored vehicles, static bases, or naval vessels, providing versatility in combat. The system also features night vision and drone detection sensors, making it suitable for modern hybrid warfare. Analysts believe Rakshak demonstrates the growing role of Indian startups in the defense sector, aligning with the government's innovation-driven self-reliance push.
DRDO transfers material technology, cadet welfare. DRDO has transferred advanced material technology for lightweight composites and armored protection to Indian defense industries, furthering the goal of indigenization. In a related development, the Supreme Court has urged the government to create better welfare and rehabilitation policies for disabled military cadets who sustain injuries during training. The court highlighted that many such cadets face career uncertainty despite dedicating themselves to service. Defense analysts welcome DRDO's transfer as a boost to the private sector, while legal experts said the SC's intervention reflects the need for a more compassionate approach to military human resource management.
2025 declared Year of Defense Reforms. Defense Minister Rajnath Singh has declared 2025 as the Year of Defense Reforms, highlighting the government's focus on restructuring and modernization. Key priorities include establishing theater commands, accelerating artificial intelligence integration, strengthening cyber warfare capabilities, and deploying hypersonic missiles. The reforms also aim at streamlining procurement, promoting indigenous R&D, and fostering greater private sector participation. Officials emphasize that reforms are designed to prepare India's armed forces for multi-domain warfare in land, air, sea, space, and cyber. Experts argue that this year could mark a historic transformation in India's military structure, potentially reshaping national security for decades to come.